This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Can you say 3P? Union Scotties, WPIAL champions.
The Neshannock Lancers are PIAA Class 2A state champions once again.
Swing and a miss. The Union Scotties. It's double gold for the County of Champions.
Wilmington, your District 10 1A champ.
Makes the catch. That will do it. Mohawk, back to back. Go celebrate.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
There he is. Left corner for three. He's the now all-time leading scorer.
Palmer McKay makes the catch. Somehow the adjustment, and he is going to take it to the house.
Francis Monitis works through Ritson. Has a chance. Score! Off
the tip of the glove of the first baseman, Benedict. Actually recovered. And did they get her? They did!
Oh, he has wide open. Dave McKnight gets the touchdown.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Coming to you live from Bill McNeese Gymnasium, high school basketball here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP, as we have a crucial Lawrence County battle, Section 4 of Class 2A, as the Shenango Wildcats host the Neshannock Lancers. Tonight's broadcast at LC SportsNet, the True Live High School Sports Network, and streaming on social media. It's brought to you by UPMC Orthopedic Care, by MVP Insurance, by Maley Chiropractic, by Castle Asphalt, by Doran Concrete, Medore Bonner Law, Nick's Auto Body, The Red Zone, Penn Ohio Bottled Water, Gem Builders Incorporated, Newcastle Transit Authority, the Crane Room Grill, by Pontius Insurance, Works in Progress Paint Services, Luxembourg Garbett, Kelly and George, the City Rescue Mission, Parada Jones McCree, the Shenango Teachers Association, Something for Your Wall Photography, and the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Tyler Aaron alongside, I'm James Dotson for this Lawrence County battle. Again, the undefeated Shenango Wildcats, 4-0 overall, 1-0 in section play, take on fellow county foe Neshannock, also 1-0 in the section, 2-1 overall. And Tyler, I mean, let's just start with that right there. These two teams off to a strong start on paper and in reality, and especially getting two pretty big wins. Shenango going on the road against Southside to get a win. Neshannock a huge home win, winning by 20+ against a highly rated Our Lady of the Sacred Heart team on Friday.
Yeah, for Shenango, I mean, you talk about that last game they had in their 61-48 win. It was Tegan Russo dropped 30 points, Caleb McConnell 13 points, Rance Emmerich and Jackson Webster each with 9 points apiece. I mean, just a great performance by Shenango all around. We talked about before, these are two really tight teams. Obviously, Neshannock has kind of dominated the recent history between these two teams. Neshannock winning their last 3 games against Shenango, but Neshannock has the experience. They have a little bit of a size advantage too as well over these Wildcats.
Yeah, absolutely. The size advantage is something that needs to be discussed for sure, because the starting lineup for Shenango, just reading it right down, 6'1" is the tallest. 6'1", 6 foot, 5'7", 5'11", and 5'10". I mean, you don't have a lot of height to work with on this Shenango Wildcats team. Neshannock, though, doesn't exactly have the height either like they've had in recent years. You do still have Ashton Allison, a 6'2" senior who's going to be a 3-year starter now. But it's not like Neshannock has the huge size either. Both these teams are going to be up and down the court, in your face defensively. If you like old-style basketball in that regard, or tight defense, you've come to the right place tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the defensive numbers for both Neshannock and Shenango. 51 points is the average amount of points Neshannock will give up compared to 46 by Shenango. And even the offensive numbers, quite literally the same. Neshannock at 67 points per game, and for Shenango, 60 points per game. So it's going to be a close one down the line. It's just a matter of who can start off hot early, and it's going to be a back-and-forth game.
Talk about what team's shooting hot. Both teams shooting red hot from beyond the arc. Start with Neshannock here, talking real quick. I mean, we know about Davey Quad. He's a 1,000-point scorer, a 4-year starter for this Neshannock team. the question was going to be, with all those graduating seniors, who was going to be that number 2 scoring option consistently here this season. Well, enter Luca Pegli, and I'll tell you what, off to a hot start. 15 threes in the first 3 games. So 5 threes per game so far this season. Just a kid who's put the work in the offseason, according to the coaching staff, averaging 21 points a game. Not bad for your first varsity starts here in his sophomore year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he sits right next to, right behind Davey Kawat, and just a 1-2 punch that Neshannock has going down the stretch, and there's a whole bunch of guys that Neshannock has that complement each other and work with, to where, you know, you can have a couple players where they can, you know, string a whole bunch of points down the line, but, you know, just to have the depth and the complementary value that you have with Neshannock, that's what's big.
Yeah, it's almost as if, you know, kind of like Luca is basically what the Davey Quat role was early, of like, hey, you're the one who's going to be left open. You take advantage of those shots. Now Davey Quat has turned into the main focus. You leave somebody like Pegli open, he's going to make you pay. On the other side, similar situation. Last year, Tegan Russo, he was the one who you left alone. He was the little 5'6" freshman. You left him alone. Oh, no, he would hit 8 3-pointers in a game like he did against Our Lady of the Sacred Heart last year. He's developed. He's gotten a lot more action in terms of the variety of the ways that he can score. Oh, and then you bring in freshman Caleb McConnell. He's averaging 15 points per game to start the year as well.
There's a ton of depth and a lot of different options that you can go with on Shenango's side of thing. You know, besides McConnell and Tegan Russo, there's other guys in the lineup that you can rely on, like Rance Emmerich, Jackson Webster, that's going to get you a couple points. Even looking deeper into the bench, you got Brody Budai as well, who could come in and, you know, collect a couple points, make these games close. But, yeah.
They have the scoring options, although it is a youth movement, so to speak. Coach says he never remembered in his times playing here or as an assistant, and now as the head coach at Shenango, where they've had a team that could consistently have a couple of sophomores and a couple of freshmen in the lineup at the same time. But that's just, you know, a testament to the work that the kids have put in the offseason, he said. And, hey, they've come to play. They're going to get a lot of experience and keep getting better and better over the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you start now and you start building on something with all these younger guys now. You know, come, you know, 2-3 years down the line, you know, you start making those deep state playoff runs deep down the line. But this is great starting grounds, and Shenango's really done a great job of that. You're undefeated right now, 4-0. It's a big test against Neshannock tonight. You just got to keep on playing your game and take care of business here on your home field.
Both teams obviously know the significance of a Shenango-Neshannock rivalry as well. The crowd packing in. You know, any local rival is going to be a significant game, but you know, this is one you always have marked. If you're a Lancer, you always know when that game against Shenango is going to be, when you're making the trip out to Wildcat Country. If you're a Shenango Wildcat, you know when the Lancers are coming to town. How much does that feed into it? And how much, if you're a coach, do you feed into that, or do you try to downplay it to your players?
Well, first off, it's like a backyard rivalry. You're not too far apart from each other. And in Lawrence County, it's like one great big community and family. So you want those bragging rights, you know, coming down the line when you play. And for these coaches, you know, it's a great way to set the tone the rest of the season. I mean, for Neshannock, this is only their 4th game of the season. It is the 2nd conference game each for both of these teams. You want to keep on starting on the right foot. I mean, you look at the Section 4 2A standings. Shenango's in 1st. Neshannock is in 3rd right now.
Essentially tied with Laurel all at 1-0, right?
Yeah, essentially tied. But, you know, it's a big game where you're going to get one step in front of the other here, and you know, especially the bragging rights. I mean, that's really big.
Yeah, bragging rights is huge, but it's truly more important. The winner tonight will have the control in the early going in terms of the front runner in Section 4 of Class 2A. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get a chance to talk with both Coach John Corey of Neshannock and Brian Ches of Shenango. When we return, high school basketball, real quick, we are going to start tip-off early, about 7:20 the tip-off with the JV game going quickly. So we will have tip-off early, so let everybody know when you're watching at home. We will be tipping off 10 minutes early. Back in a moment, talking to the coaches at LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Having a safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my Axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Like in sports, it takes a great team to protect you, your family, and your business. MVP Insurance is that team. From home and auto to life and commercial insurance, you can count on us for coverage that adapts to your needs.
We're committed to excellence for our clients' experience and in serving our community.
It's a winning combination.
MVP Insurance. Don't get left on the sidelines. Log on to mvpins.com or call today to get your free quote.
Back on the pregame show, getting a chance to talk with Coach Corey here in Neshannock. Hey, Coach, strong start to the year, a great game on Friday against Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. Just talk about that game in particular and the strong start to your section play.
Yeah, guys played very well on Friday night. Obviously good. Got to get your home wins, and then you got to steal some on the road. So getting Olsh early on was really important for us to accomplishing our goals, and but that's behind us, and we're focused on the challenges that we face tonight.
Strong core of seniors, obviously David Carter, 1,000-point scorer, Ashton Allison, a 3-year starter. Just talk about their progression of the entire senior class over this last 4 years playing for you.
Yeah, no, it's a good class. Obviously not large. You throw Lyle Fries in there, and then we got the 4 seniors. But they come to work. They have improved as the years have gone on, and obviously looking for big things from all 4 of them throughout this season.
And obviously a bit of a youth movement as well. A big jump in what Luca Pegley's done for you from last year to this year. Great start with 15 threes in the first 3 games.
I don't remember a time where, like Ashton, he started a little bit, but he didn't play a ton last year. Gino was hurt all last year. So we really got a lot of, besides Dave, we got 4 faces out there that haven't played a ton of varsity basketball. And, so just looking forward to the growth of those guys and a couple guys off the bench. But it's been a long time since we've not had, a lot of seniors and juniors coming back with a lot of experience. And it's been, we've had some growing pains early on in this season. And, just looking to improve each and every day. And we want to play our best basketball in February, not in December. So it's this basketball season is a long journey.
It is a long journey, but it's obviously a big rivalry tonight, the Shenango rivalry. Just talk about that and how you steer into it, or how you steer your kids away from thinking about it.
Yeah, no, it is what it is. I mean, our kids are, we've played in a lot of big basketball games. I talk about the strong, juniors and senior classes that it seems like we've had forever. And what that has meant is a lot of these guys have either played in or seen us play in a lot of playoff basketball games. So the atmosphere here, obviously, situation where, we got to get this one. We're on the road, and Shenango's 4-0, and Shenango's beat a lot of really good teams. so we know we're going to have our hands full, and just got to play with great purpose, play with great intent, and focus on what we're trying to accomplish.
So what is the main key then tonight to be able to stop Shenango and to get Neshannock 2-0 in the section?
Yeah, it seems that, everyone, obviously Russo's a tremendous shooter, probably one of the best pure shooters I've seen. So limiting his open looks is going to be really important for us. But a lot of these other guys are starting to shoot the ball a little bit better for them. And, Teagan draws, all of that praise, which he's very deserving of, because like I said, he's a tremendous shooter. But all these other guys for them are starting to shoot the ball better, knowing the attention Russo's going to, draw and making the most of their opportunities. So defensively, we got to play really well, try and play up tempo as much as we can. And from there, then we just got to buckle down in the half court and play great half court defense.
Great stuff, Coach. Go get him. Best of luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We'll be back in a moment with Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LK.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
Back here in the pregame show, get a chance to talk with Shenango Wildcats head coach Brian Chaz. Hey, Coach, a great start to the year. Let's start with this. Year one to year two now as the big man on campus, so to speak. Just talk about the differences that you've seen, in the team working around you in your second year now as the head coach.
Yeah, so we lost 8 seniors last year. Obviously, got a young group, but they're working hard, playing extremely hard right now. So hope to carry that into tonight. Effort every play, 32 minutes tonight. We've been preaching it, and hopefully we carry that into tonight.
Well, what is it in that youth movement, getting this 4-0 start, what has been the biggest success? Effort, obviously, a big thing we see. What's another big key that's been successful for you guys?
Obviously, we've been shooting the ball well. We made 14 threes. The last game, we made a bunch, game one, game two. But yeah, effort, defense, we're hanging our hat on defense. We use defense to get us our offense, get us some easy looks, get us some layups, and that's we're a smaller group, like you said. You talked to me a little about it. We're a pretty small team, so we use our defense to get the easy looks instead of the post touches.
We talked about the three-point shooting, taking Russo off to a red-hot start. Talk about his progression from mainly just a three-point specialist a year ago to really being a more well-rounded, all-around sophomore player.
Yeah, Kagan, he works at his game, year-round, so he works hard. He really worked on his body in the off-season. He got a lot stronger at City Performance, worked out there 5 days a week. So I think that's helped him. He's building up, not only just a shooter, he's attacking the rim now and getting to the foul line. A couple games, double-digit foul shot attempts, and when you put him at the line 10 times, it's going to be a good thing for him. He's going to knock about 80-90% down.
Obviously, coaching at your alma mater, you know what this rivalry means, Neshannock against Shenango. Just talk about that and, how you lean into it without leaning too much into it.
Yeah, can't beat it. It's awesome. Section game, both 1-0. I don't think this is going to be a section game too much longer. I know they're going up to 3A. We're staying 2A. So, this is probably one of the last times we play them at home as a section game. So, like I said, we were dealing with it when we were kids and now coaching with it. So it's awesome to be a part of it.
One final question. Just give me a key or two that's going to lead to a Wildcats victory tonight.
We got guard to 3. They got 2 guys who've been shooting extremely well as well. They've won the Paley, so we got a key on them. We got to defend. We got to defend 32 minutes. Everything we got. But leave it all out there.
Good stuff. Good luck tonight, Coach.
All right, my man. Thank you.
Thanks to both Coach Ches and Coach Corey for their help and for chatting to us there on the pregame show. That is your Castle Asphalt pregame show coming to a wrap. And we get right to our Crane Room starting lineups. Tyler Aaron, the Neshannock starters, por favor.
Number 2, Ryan Cameron, followed by number 3, Ashton Allison. Number 10, Luca Pegley. Number 11, David Kawat. And then number 24, Gino Mazzocco, your 5 starters for the Neshannock Lancers.
And let's turn it over to PA announcer Mr. Andy Bruno for the starting lineup for the Shenango Wildcats. McConnell, Emmerich, Russo, Garcheski, and Budai, your starting 5 for Coach Ches and the Wildcats. Real quick, a couple of keys to the game, your LGKG home team advantage. Shenango, it's weather the storm. You kind of alluded to it to Coach Ches. You know Neshannock's going to go on a run. The young team, you got to be able to weather through it and provide the energy. For Neshannock, it is experience, but a very different kind with not a lot of experience besides Mr. Quat. Can you turn down for Quat here tonight, Tyler?
Absolutely. He's going to dictate the pace early here for Neshannock. He's the top scorer on this Lancer team and sits 25 points away from being the first Lancer to eclipse 100 points this season in just 4 games.
25 per game, and he wins the opening tip for Neshannock in their Road Reds, and going right to the rack with the right-handed layup is Ryan Cameron. No good. Offensive rebound for Allison. Kicks back out. Cameron for 3. No good. Crossing the timeline with the ball, that's Garcheski. Garcheski gets it over to the right wing, and setting up the offense now is going to be Emmerich. Freshman, 2 sophomores in the starting lineup, a junior and a senior, but a steal here from Neshannock, and then giving it right back was Pegley as he lost control going to the rack.
It's a great turnover there by Pegley, just can't execute and take full control of the ball on his way to the hoop. So the thing is, when you come in with too much speed, you got to make sure you have control of the basketball. And unfortunately for Pegley, he didn't do so.
Breaking the press, you're going to see both teams use that full court press throughout the course of the game. It's McConnell going right to the rack. How about that? The freshman on the senior for 2. Kayla McConnell averaging 15 points per game. Saw him do some special things for Coach Graham on the football field. Quat looks to answer on the other end. Back iron, no good. Right down the court, Emmerich off the glass and in. We said Shenango had to weather the storm. They're bringing the storm with the first 2 buckets of the game. As now Mazzocco brings it across the timeline over the Quat. Good defense there on the closeout from McConnell. Pegley into the lane. He's going to get tripped up from behind for the first foul of the game. Your officiating crew, Justin Crum, Bob Kerr, and Frank Giannetti.
Shenango's really been bringing the pace on here quickly, and Shenango's not giving enough room here for Neshannock.
Neshannock, if they have the advantage, it's on the interior. Good find down low. Ashton Allison, 4-2. 3-year starter is Allison, not known as a prolific scorer. Only averages 3 points per game over his entire career. Step back 3 is no good there from Emmerich, but an offensive rebound and a second chance for Shenango before it's knocked out of bounds right over to Lance in the corner for the turnover.
And here's the replay here. Just a little bit of a hard pass there by Nick Garcheski. Now Neshannock can take advantage here and not tie this game back up.
Another one of the keys for both teams, I think, is handling the pressure and to see which team's going to be able to handle the full court pressure best. Davey Quat finds a backdoor cut, extra pass to the corner. Pegley open for three, off the mark. Offensive rebound for Ryan Cameron, though. Both teams working the offensive glass early in this section matchup. Step back, thought about it, did Quat, gets it over to Cameron. Cameron well defended by Budai. Dribbles it off of Budai's foot and diving on the floor and getting the steal is Russo. A couple turnovers for each team now here in the opening minutes. Packed house here at McNeese Gymnasium, driving in, too strong is Budai, and quickly out on the outlet. Quat out in front, up and in. Ties it back up at 4 for Davey Quat, a 1,000-point score for this Lancer team. Nice job getting right into the lane again. This time, though, the shot no good. Emmerich a little too strong, and again in transition going the other way. Pegley too strong. Energy, we're seeing plenty of it. Now a tip and a steal. Cameron bounce pass right back to Cameron, who had the deflection, gets the steal, gets the bucket.
It's turned into a game now where whoever can get into the paint the fastest gets the bucket.
Quick in transition for Tegan Russo. He's off the mark. Nice crossover into the lane for Gino Mazzacco, up and in. And a much-needed timeout for us. We went almost 3 straight minutes without a whistle. Coach Ches is going to take a 30-second Pontius Insurance timeout. Look at this for Gino Mazzacco, just dribbling right through, around, and into the lane for the bucket. 8-4 Neshannock here 3.5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, one thing Shenango's going to watch is we saw it a lot in the JV game beforehand where Neshannock won that game 61-19. If Shenango was trying to force too many passes when heading up the court, and it seems to be the same story here on the varsity level for Shenango. They're trying to force those passes coming up the court, and it's just hard to control, and Neshannock's taking advantage of it, taking it the other way, and it's coming to a battle where on both sides of the ball, both teams drive the paint almost every single possession instead of shooting from behind the arc. So if you're able to come in with enough speed down the lane and put it in and lay it in for 2, you'll be in good shape here. But right now, Neshannock has done it better.
Lance excited, 6-0 run for Neshannock, leading to that Wildcat timeout. Angelo Pardick and Jason Williams into the game for the first time tonight. And we have a whistle and a traveling violation as he caught it at midcourt and then took an extra step back, did Williams. Saw in the game we had last night, 11 first-half turnovers really hurt Woodland Hills against Newcastle. 3 early turnovers here against the Cats. 4:30 remaining in the opening frame. Pegley gets in the lane, swings it back out to Quat. Right wing 3, good. Only his 5th three-pointer of the year, surprisingly, as teams have locked him down beyond the arc. He's done a lot of his damage inside the arc at the free throw line, though, so far this year. Still has that smooth stroke from downtown. Back Davey Quat now with 184 threes in his Neshannock High School career. Nice give and go, finding McConnell on the block. Shot no good, follows it up, too strong, gets it again. 3rd chance up and in. Never give up mentality, able to get the bucket for the freshman. Now gets the steal defensively, does McConnell, poking it away from Mazzacco. 3-on-2, right to the hoop, and again off the window and in. 6 for McConnell, lead back down to 3.
He's controlling the paint right now for Shenango. Just keep on throwing it up there and good things will come.
And the freshman averaging 15 points per game and nearly another steal, this time from Garcheski. Pegley looks to drive in, hesitates, swings it over now to Mazzacco. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Standing room only crowd here at McNeese Gymnasium. Pegley gets the high screen, foul line jumper is smooth. 4 baskets, 4 different players. 5 baskets, 4 different players, for Neshannock. Lead back up to 5. And a deflection from Allison, gets the steal, pass over the top. Mazzacco, can he control it? Yes, he can. It's a
great play by Allison. Put your hands up there, and you just gets a piece of it and able to push it forward there for Mazzocco.
How about all 5 players with a bucket? All 5 starters for Neshannock. Impressive start for Neshannock on the road, leading by 7. To the left wing for Angelo Pardick, 3, nothing but net. His first trifecta of the season. And a whistle in the backcourt, only the second foul of this first quarter. A fast-moving first quarter, and a well-played first quarter, Tyler.
Yeah, it really has been, and you mentioned just a few moments ago, all 5 starters have recorded baskets here in the first quarter. That just goes to show the amount of depth Neshannock has all around the court, whether you're shooting from beyond the arc, from the field, in the paint. It doesn't matter where it is. Everyone's contributing right now for Neshannock, and that's why they're in front by 4.
Jackson Webster now into the game as well for Shenango, and you see the first Neshannock substitute, and Lyle Freeze in there for the Lancers. Freeze with the ball now on the wing to Allison with 2 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Christmas night here for the Wildcat Wackos. And we're going to have a whistle and a hip check foul against Emmerich. And so that'll be his second. So he'll check out, and you'll get the 9th player in. So it's a young team for Coach Brian Ches, but man, a deep one. It's already 9 players in the game in the first 6 minutes of play. John Adamo is the one who checks in for the Cats. Cameron back in the contest for Neshannock as he drives in, kicks it back out to Pegley. Into the corner for Freeze. It's short, no good. Rebound coming out for McConnell. Stopping on a dime was McConnell. Kicks it out for a right wing 3 from Webster. It's no good. Freeze tracks down the rebound. 90 seconds left here in the first quarter. Good poke away by Jason Williams to get the steal from Pegley. He goes right to the rack. No good on the shot. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Neshannock on the rebound.
Shenango's definitely been bringing the pressure early. You see it there by Jason Williams to strip that ball away. And you look at the Wildcats on the defensive side on Neshannock's previous possession, playing more of a zone rather than a man-on-man. There's no way for Neshannock to get into the paint, drive to the hoop, and lay one in.
Justin Edworthy in the game for the first time now for Neshannock. Good bounce pass down low. That's the other freshman, John Adamo, getting his first points of the season. Cuts the lead down to 2 with a minute remaining in the opening frame. Quat on the right wing, closely guarded by Webster. Gets into the lane, stops, pops. Fadeaway jumper is no good. Williams with the rebound. Shenango with a chance to tie or take the lead here. Finding the trailer. Good cut for Williams to their lane. No good. We're going to have a foul on the floor, though, near the free throw line. Only the first team foul against Neshannock with 43 seconds left to go in the first. And it is going to be Freeze who picks up the personal.
Yeah, it's just a bang-bang play heading to the hoop. Unfortunately for Freeze, can't get both of his feet planted in, and the foul's called.
Left alone, McConnell says, give me that! 9 points for McConnell, and Shenango's first lead since 2-0. Mazzocco this time couldn't keep the pivot foot. .24 seconds left. Shenango with the 1-point lead and a chance to hold for the last shot. Williams across the timeline. Here is McConnell. Drive, draw, dish. Webster too strong. Freeze gets the rebound, and now it's Neshannock with a chance at the last shot. Quat with 6. Step back with 4. Back iron, no good. High arcing for the rebound, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Neshannock, doesn't matter. The clock expires. A fast-paced, action-packed first quarter. Shenango 16, Neshannock 15. on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
16-15 after one quarter of play. Tyler Aaron, both teams talked about wanting to bring the pressure and the energy. Well, we've gotten all that and then some.
Well, it felt like in the first half of the first quarter, Neshannock seemed to have the pressure on quickly, and that's why they got out to a 5-point lead a number of times in that first 4 minutes. But Shenango, they're keeping it fast-paced, and Neshannock, unfortunately, is making those mistakes that you don't want to make, and that's why Shenango's got that 1-point lead.
4 turnovers apiece in that first quarter. Kayla McConnell with 9 points in the frame, though. Freshman getting the job done early this year and early in this game. Russo looks for his first points and splashes it from NBA range. Came in averaging 4 threes a game. That one from way downtown. And a reach in and a steal. Losing it, getting it back, and then he loses it. There was Williams, leads to an early breakout, but missing the layup was Quat. He gets it back, and is going to get an and one opportunity out of it. Oh my. Did you check out the LCAP instant replay? He got too far into the hoop, missed it, but is going to get rewarded as a result for the extra effort.
This is chaos inside Bill McNeese Gymnasium. It's going one way. It's coming back the other way. Turnovers galore. Not that much room to move for both of these teams.
Quat able to complete the 3-point play from the Corrado Jones-McCree free throw line. He's now got 8. Lead down to 1, and everybody can take a collective breath.
Everyone's going to need it here with how the pace of this game's been going.
Nearly another steal in the backcourt. But able to get it across is Williams to McConnell, and he's going to draw a foul down low. I think they're going to call a foul on the floor against Allison. It is Ashton Allison picking up his team's first of the quarter. Nice backdoor cut off the inbound, right to Emmerich, up and in, or excuse me, that was McConnell again. Your first player in double figures tonight. He's got 11. Pegley loses it as he drives into the lane. Adamo steals it away. Shenango up by 3. To the wing it goes for Webster. Webster down low, Adamo trying to back his way in, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul as Lyle Freese is going to draw the Medore Bonner Law change in possession.
Yeah, it's not an offensive foul you want to take. He drives in. Both feet is planted down by Freese. And the foul is called.
Yeah, that's a tough one because he's backing his way in, but just tries a little bit too hard, I think, there, and lowers the shoulder once, twice, and it's like Keel and Peel. You do it a third time, you're in trouble.
Yeah, especially when you have both feet planted down as a defender. So when they initiate the contact, that's the offensive foul.
Luca Pegley ties it up with his first 3 of the night. Shot on the other end, transition no good as Allison gets the rebound. Tied at 21. Pegley, talked about him in the pregame. 16 threes now on the year. Just been a great secondary scoring option. Gino Mazzocco drives himself into the lane. He gets in trouble on a triple team. Ball on the ground, and the fumble recovered by Williams. Nice outlet pass and a Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game nomination right there as Russo gets the bucket. But credit Jason Williams with the poke, the dive, the steal, and the assist.
That's great effort. That's great effort there by Williams. And a great play there by Shenango. You just got to keep the pace going.
Can't even keep up with the scoring chart over here. As Mazzocco tries to drive his way in, and he spun and lifted a pivot foot for a travel. Coming at the half, we'll have our UPMC halftime show. UPMC Orthopedic Care is your choice for Lawrence and Mercer County. Pass deflected in the backcourt, stolen away by Quat to Pegley. Open for three, misses everything. And out of bounds, it went off in the Neshannock lats.
That's the first air ball we've seen all night. Everything else seems like it's going in.
Yeah, really. Both teams got to be shooting over 50%. As substitute coming back in is Rance Emmerich for the Cats. So they are the youth movement, but they're using the depth that they really have, playing 9 deep and continuing to run up and down the court. Quick trigger on the left wing, and I didn't say it was Tyler Aaron who said it. Air ball back-to-back, that one from Garchevsky, but an offensive rebound and an extra possession on the foul. It's going to go against Ryan Cameron for his first. Second team foul of the quarter. Kick to Brody Budai. He hesitates, gets himself in, going against Gino Blundo, who checked in at the last whistle. Nice backdoor cut and a fine. Nick Garchevsky for two. Whistle, timeout called by Coach Corey. Another Ponch's Insurance timeout. We'll take a quick one as well here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
If you're looking for quality concrete services, contact the experienced professionals at Doran Concrete. Our company is family, locally owned and operated, and has been serving the community for over 30 years. Get residential or commercial concrete services for any size job. Our skilled professionals offer prompt and reliable services at an affordable price. We believe in the principles of honesty, integrity, and reliability. Get in touch with us for exceptional concrete services at prices that you can afford.
Your keys to the game earlier tonight were brought to you by Luxembourg Garbett, Kelly and George. Get the home field advantage at LGKG.com. Their law firm of AB-rated attorneys and super lawyers for over 90 years. Both these teams certainly have had some impact players as well. We talked about them in the pregame, scoring all the points, but it's a lot of the role players doing some of the dirty work, especially on like that Jason Williams diving stop and steal away. Those impact players brought to you by Nick's Auto Body. From a scratch to a dent to a major repair, Nick Sherman on South Mill Street in Newcastle. And I wondered, Tyler, when we were doing the pregame, we talked about the scorers, but who was going to be the unsung hero who was going to make the big talking point by the time this game came to an end. We already have a couple of decent options for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
As Pegley dribbles through a double team, able to kick it back out to Blundo. Over to Freeze. Freeze looks to drive one-on-one against McConnell. Nice move into the lane with the left hand. Lyle Freeze. First bench points of the game for Neshannock. Lead down to 2. And we have a tripping foul coming the other way as Russo tried to get into the lane.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the fouls where Shenango's been coming up with speed the entire time. Neshannock just doesn't have enough time to get back on defense and set themselves up to play defense, and again, that's a costly foul for Neshannock.
And that's exactly how Neshannock went on their 6-0 run the other way in the first quarter, was that they pushed the tempo the other way and couldn't let Shenango get back. So Allison's going to check back in. Blunda, the sophomore, back out. So 7 players in the lineup so far. 8 players, excuse me, for Neshannock. 9 in the game throughout the course of the contest tonight for the Wildcats. Pass over the top. It's going to be knocked away by Allison, but saved out of bounds by Shenango. Good job there by Emmerich. Crossover dribble for Budai. Couldn't get it to hang on the rim and go. Mazzocco right to the rack. Can't get it in, but he's going to get a chance to go to the free throw line for a pair.
Yeah, Neshannock finally coming in with a lot more pressure there, and that seems to be most of the fouls are created inside the paint here tonight, is on those speedy rushes by the opposition coming in.
Interesting, only 2 3-point attempts from either team here in this second quarter, as both teams have seemed to try to find their way to make a presence in the paint so far here in this second frame. As Mazzocco has another one from your Parada Jones-McCree free throw line. Excellence is their guarantee. Both freebies good. Mazzocco now with 6. We're tied at 25. Bounce pass goes through everybody and out of bounds for another turnover. Turnover count 9 for Shenango, 7 for Neshannock. Squat will allow everyone to clear out. Bring it across the timeline. 3:25 remaining in the first half. Pegley poked away from behind. It's going to go out of bounds into the Wildcat Wacko student section. Possession will stay with Neshannock.
Yeah, that's again Jason Williams. He's having a great game defensively, just getting his hand in there and poking the ball away.
One of the senior members of the team. A junior, but a senior member. Only 2 seniors on the roster. Now guarding on the right wing against Pegley. Freeze, thought about a 3. Now he'll kick it back out. Pegley looking to set up the offense. Again, poked away, gets it back, and they're going to call him for the double dribble. Tough one there because it was knocked away from him, but then he smacked it back down before grabbing it, Tyler.
Yeah, it's again Jason Williams right there. He's causing trouble. He's putting the pressure on. And what Neshannock can't handle is the amount of pressure that Williams puts on. Here he goes with it.
And then Williams lets that one go through his hands. Steal back. Pegley open for 3. Misses too strong. Allison, nice rebound all the way back to midcourt, smacking it out. Now Quat fires one from deep. It misses the rim. Going the other way. Russo to the rack. Too strong. Quat across the timeline. 2 Wildcats go down. And an easy lay-in as a result for Mazzocco.
As Garcheski and Williams collide with each other, and just an uncontested 2-pointer there for Kawat.
And I think Allison just picked up his second in the backcourt. He did, and that's the 4th team foul as well. So he's going to check out. Ryan Cameron will check back in. 2:28 remaining in the first half.
It's a great time here for Shenango just to calm the pace down. You can take your time with it. You're only down by 1 possession here.
Yeah, you can still have the energy and you can still have pace without rushing anything, and that's something a young team very difficult to figure that one out, as Cameron's going to get a blocking foul and send Jason Williams to the line for a pair. To the Parada Jones-McCree free throw line with a chance to tie it up. It's up and good. Coach Ches, longtime assistant here at Shenango for the last 5 years, also the golf coach. Former player here at Shenango, class of 08 graduate. I got to tell the story because, well, he's the reason why I didn't play basketball much after a couple of step-back threes he put on against me in a JV game. I think that was the last game I really ever played, to be honest. Neshannock able to get the rebound on the second free throw, missed. Pegley no good on his shot, and then another steal by Williams. He is getting an early MVP of the game nomination That's at least 4 that he's poked away from Neshannock, and we're going to be shooting at the other end because Cats are in the red zone bonus.
Yeah, well, he was everywhere. Defensively, he finally got his first points to initially tie the game, or to make it a one-point game, rather. 100% agree with you, James. He's really been a difference maker here early, but to flip it onto both sides here, you got to be able to execute these points in the paint. There's so many missed opportunities right there from the elbow, or right there, right in front of the hoop. You just got to be able to make it in off the glass.
And Tegan Russo, this is what Coach Ches was talking about, is that he's gotten so much better, gotten so much stronger. He can absorb contact, get into the paint. He gets to the free throw line a lot. 90% shooter on the year, though he misfires on the first. The second one is good to tie it up. 5th time we've been tied already in this game. 2 minutes remaining, 27 all. Mazzocco able to hand it off to Davey Quat. Quat, spin, up, can't get it to go, but he'll get a pair of free throws himself. This dynamic duo, Davey Quat and Luca Pegli, yeah, it's the second generation scorers, and it's fun to see these two on the court. Would have loved to see David Sr. on the court at the same time as Ed Pegli, Luca's father. David Quat, graduate, early 90s. I'm going to say 91 off the top of my head. Apologies to Dave Quat. Ed Pegli, class of 99 from Newcastle. That incredible team with David Young and Travis Wetzel. 3 consecutive WPIAL championships for the Canes under legendary head coach John Sarandria. As Quat splits the pair, he now has 9, but Neshannock with the lead back. Almost a steal again at midcourt. McConnell kicks it to the corner. Nice pump and drive for Garczewski. His shot will find its way down. Minute 20 left in the half. Euro step and another answer from Davey Quad as he enters double figures. Hanging in the air, hanging on the rim and getting it to go. Freeze, almost a steal. Knocks it out of bounds. Will stay with the Cats.
That's a high-risk, high-reward pass that just did not go Shenango's way. But regardless, you still have possession of the ball here, trailed by 1.
Putting on a fight here against what Trib ranks as the number 3 team in Class 2A. Neshannock able to get another steal, though. Less than a minute to play. Neshannock by 1. That pass partially deflected and stolen away. Garczewski right to the hoop and in. 6 points all in this quarter for Garczewski. Mazzocco tries to answer, and he does. He had his career high on Friday night, 12. He has 10 here in the first half today. McConnell, in and out. 20 seconds left. Quat hesitates. I'm going to have a whistle and a foul near midcourt. And that's going to be the 5th foul against the Wildcats. So Davey Quat should have a pair of free throws coming now with 18 seconds remaining.
Yeah, you don't want to open the door here anymore for Neshannock here. They already have that 1-point advantage right now. You want to be able to keep this into at least a 1-possession game here at the very least come halftime.
First free throw is good. That's a Luca Pegli who goes to the line. 60% from the line so far this year. Makes the first. The second one in and out, no good. Gino fighting for the rebound. Goes out of bounds in front of the Shenango cheerleaders, and last touch by Mazzocco. We're getting a timeout called by Coach Ches of Shenango. 30-second Ponchos Insurance timeout gives us a chance to give a shout out to our friends at Works in Progress. Joe Wright, they're ready for your next painting project at 724-714-4294. Your out-of-town scoreboard will get you some scores we can here at the halftime break. Other games going on tonight in Section 4, Class 2A. Laurel traveling to Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. Union hosting Western Beaver. In Class 3A, Elwood City at Riverside, and Mohawk traveling to New Brighton. Last night, Newcastle in Class 6A defeated Woodland Hills 51-41, playing in those Monday-Thursday games this year. So you keep that in mind for the Red Hurricanes fans out there. And finally, Wilmington hosting Perry Traditional Academy here today. Didn't get a final score on the Shenango bocce match against Laurel today. Do have a final, though, from the other bocce match today. Union 2-0 over Mohawk in their bocce match here this afternoon. Now 15 seconds remaining. McConnell's going to get the inbound pass at midcourt, being hounded by Mazaka, able to find the trailer. Going right to the hoop is Budai off the window and in. First points for Brody Budai. 5 seconds remaining in the first half. Up court to Pegley. Gets it, tries to throw it Kevin Covert style from his knees to the hoop. Can't do it. What a first half here at McNeese Gymnasium. Tied at 33. High energy on both sides, and I think all players, coaches, and fans alike, Tyler, are going to be ready to enjoy 10 minutes of catching their breath before the second half comes to fruition.
You can't enjoy this one any better here at Bill McNeese Gymnasium. Everyone's been on their feet. Both student sections alive. The atmosphere here in this gymnasium has been immaculate so far, and there's no leeway here in the gym, in the crowd, or even on that court there, with defensively both sides really trying to give nothing to give here, and most of these points have been coming off of those turnovers. There's been a ton of turnovers here on both sides here so far.
We'll recap it all when we return on our UPMC halftime show. 33-33 between the Cats and the Lancers. Back in a moment on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Attorneys Parada, Jones, and McCree are dedicated to giving their clients the best chance at a positive result. From personal injury, criminal and corporate law, real estate, municipal law, to wills and estates, their team will work with you through every step of the legal process. With Parada, Jones, and McCree, excellence is our guarantee.
Being the home team, to playing at home. And at LGKG, we have been your home team for over 90 years.
We're more than just a law firm. We're your friends, your neighbors, an advocate,
when life takes an unexpected turn.
We're not just lawyers that practice law. We live in this community, just like you.
When you need us most, we're at our best.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
It's your UPMC halftime show here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. A 33-33 tie at the halftime break. I got on officially with 6 lead changes and 6 ties in the first half. Back and forth action up and down the court. Both teams with 10 turnovers, which I know both coaches are going to be very upset about, but most of those turnovers are forced turnovers, not the unforced errors that coaches will really shake their head at, Tyler. Overall, the defense has played really well for both teams, even though 33 points scored on both sides of the basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. Both defenses, they're not giving much leeway here. I got to give credit to both sides. It seems like the majority of the points, both of these teams are trying to drive into the paint and put it in. And whether it's Neshannock or Shenango, when their defense gets set, it's like a zone defense where they're not letting anybody get to the paint, and you got to shoot it from the field, whether it's from the right side or the left side, or in fact behind the arc. But I like to see that happen again here, but obviously not as many turnovers here for both sides because, like you said, all of them are really forced turnovers. It's the quick pacings. When you pass too hard and too much, that seems to be what the cause is. And we saw it a couple times there in the second half, a rainbow pass. You don't really want to throw it up in the air per se because that just turns into a jump ball. And Neshannock has a little bit of a size advantage to that one, so you don't want the jump ball to be a factor. You want to be able to get it, hand on hand when you pass the ball.
Let's take a look at your first half scoring recap. Who has the edge? Your creative edge scoring recap, where design and construction come together with experience. Go for it, Mr. Tyler Aaron.
Yes, we'll start off with Neshannock. Here we have 2 points for Ryan Cameron, 2 for Ashton Allison, 6 points for Luca Pegley, 11 for David Kawat, 2 for Lyle Freeze, and 10 for Gino Mazzocco on the other side for Shenango. Angelo Pardick has 3, all 3 of those points coming in the first quarter. Nick Garzewski has 6. Caleb McConnell has 11. He leads Shenango in the points category. Tegan Russo has 6, all 6 of them coming two in the second quarter. Jason Williams has only 1 off of a free throw, went 1 from 2 from the charity stripe there in the second quarter. Rance Emmerich has 2 points, scored a 2-pointer in the first quarter, and Brody Budai has 2 points that was scored in the second quarter to where we're at right now, deadlocked at 33 apiece.
Yeah, Neshannock 15 and 18, and Shenango 16 and 17 in their points per quarter. Tell you one thing, I think Coach has got to be happy about too. 9 players have entered a game for Shenango. 8 of them have scored. 8 players have played for Neshannock. 6 of them have scored. The balance, and that was something that obviously we knew what Luca Pegli and Davey Quat were going to do for Neshannock, scoring the basketball. You knew what you were going to expect from Tegan Russo and from Kayla McConnell scoring the basketball. It was who's going to be that third option. Well, it's not a third. It's a third, fourth, fifth, sixth option, and even then some for these two teams, which Coach has got to be really pleased about.
Yeah, and that's what you want. You want the depth. You want everyone to come in and immediately make an impact on the game, and that's what we've seen from both of these sides. It's a different player every time that they get their moment and they make it count here on the scoreboard. And you know that's the type of team that you want that can shape you into a nice playoff run, into a WPIAL championship, and into the state playoffs.
Bill McNeese Gymnasium, longtime coach here at Shenango. How about this? Brian Ches is just the 3rd coach in the last 45 years. Bill McNeese for, I think, 29 officially was the number. Apologies, I don't have the number on me in front of me. But then Bob McQuiston for 18 years, and now Brian Ches in his 2nd year coaching at his alma mater. And you see the jersey over there of Steve McNeese that it was honored. Steve McNeese, the 2008 graduate, or 2006 graduate, excuse me, from Shenango, who went on to play at Kent State. Number retired here at Shenango. Neshannock coach Sean Corey, 18th season here at Neshannock. 27 total years as head coach in his career. It's his team with the basketball first. Neshannock in the Road Reds with first possession. Budai, good defense initially. Mazaka can't get the shot to go. Offensive rebound for Allison, poked away. It will stay with the Lancers.
Yeah, Neshannock, you want to get those first points. Either someone's got to come in and dictate the pace here early on, and if you're the Lancers, you want to do just that.
Mazaka across the lane for Allison, kicks it back out for Pegli. Shot off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound, another chance now for Mazaka. Pegli 1 for 5 from beyond the arc now in the game. Mazaka drives, draws, kicks it back out. Now Allison working a 2-man game. Watt finally able to get some space, triple teamed in the paint, and ball's going to be ripped away, and still fighting for it. Finally, Webster pulls it out. Quick trigger for Russo, it rolls in. And then a foul called on the inbound against Russo. Coach Ches, as you check the instant replay here, Tyler, he wanted that to be a 4-point play opportunity, and I'm not sure I disagree.
Yeah, there looked like there was contact. You could see the basketball when it came out of Russo's hands. It was slightly changing directions, and it just felt off going towards the hoop. I definitely understand you want the call there, but that's a huge 3 points to kick off the third quarter here for the Wildcats.
7th lead change of the game. As Shenango in this back and forth battle, Quat answers. His second 3 of the night. Quiets the Shenango crowd momentarily. Mazako nearly a steal at midcourt, nearly a 10-second violation as well. The Neshannock's playing 5-on-4 as Davey Quat just limped to the locker room. Davey Quat rolled his ankle, not putting any weight on the left ankle, went straight to the bench. And the Neshannock defense was 5-on-4 there for a moment, Tyler.
Yeah, that's not what you want here if you're the Lancers. I mean, David Quat, one of your top scorers here on the team so far this year, and he has 14 now. I mean, the lead's Neshannock right now, but that's not what you want to see for Neshannock.
So for the injury, they're able to get the substitute in as Quat has now gone into the Lancer locker room.
There's some big shoes to fill now here for Neshannock, but you know we talked about the depth a lot at the halftime show. And all these different players that can score.
But now there's no extra focus on number 11, who's going to step up for Neshannock as Mazzocco drives in. His pass is going to be kicked away. Possession will stay with Neshannock. But to that point, Tyler, yes, you have all these other guys who now need to step up in a big way and maybe put an extra gear in offensively. Lyle Freeze, is he the one to do it? Back iron on that 3-ball attempt. Offensive rebound, Mazzocco tapped it right back out to Freeze. Now Mazzocco into the lane, lost it, ends up being a pass to Lyle, off the window, too strong. Lyle gets it back again. Third chance now for the red and white. Cameron, nice backdoor cut, up and in. Fake the pass, got a wide open avenue to the hoop.
Yeah, we saw it in the first possession. Neshannock had to kick off the third quarter, and what we saw there, possession, working around the arc and finally getting it in and getting the 2 points.
And the lead back up to 2. Shenango with the answer. Make it 9 for 9. 9 players in the game. Jackson Webster makes it 9 players in the scorebook officially. Back to a 1-point advantage. Shooting lights out as Shenango from the outside. The lights are flickering actually here right now in Bill McNeese Gymnasium. Mazzocco kicks it to Allison. He pumps, tries to drive baseline. Back out to Mazzocco. Good defense from Budai. Mazzocco gets into the lane, can't get it to roll. Marcheski kills the dribble, hands it back off to McConnell. 11 points in the first quarter, none since for the freshman. They're trying to get it open to Teagan. Russo can't get open. McConnell drives in, and he's going to draw a floor foul. I believe it's going to go against Cameron, and that'll be his third. And especially with Davey Quad in the locker room with the injury. Foul trouble, cannot afford it. Gino Blundo ready to check in at the next whistle now for Neshannock. Shenango, into the lane goes McConnell. There's his first bucket since the first. Pegley splits the double team, but it's deflected and stolen away. Shenango with it. Garcheski gets into the lane. Somehow gets the pass off to Russo. And one!
Starts on one side of the court with the turnover. Right there it is. Manages to get control of it. Garcheski loses it, and just in the luck in the palm of his hands, Russo is there to put in the end one.
30-second Pontius Insurance timeout. Make sure you take the timeout and save money on your insurance with agents Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, or Tracy Giddings at PontiusInsurance.com. The foundation of this Shenango team, what did Coach say in the pregame show, Tyler? It was the defense. The defense has been crucial here tonight to get a couple of those runouts like that one right there, leading to that and one play. Certainly a foundation play brought to you by Doran Concrete, laying the foundation for your home or business at DoranConcrete.com. If you're Coach Corey, what is it you're telling your troops right now? You're down by 5, potentially 6 after this free throw. Your leading scorer is back out from the locker room at least, trying to work out that left ankle, and he's going to come back out onto the court. What is it you're telling your team right now?
Well, for starters, you got to be able to play what you did in the first half offensively. They've really drawn back and really possessed the ball more. That's good because you're making Shenango work around here, but you got to be able to have a burst of speed, get to the hoop. I mean, most of their points have came from inside the paint. You got to be able to do that instead of shooting around the arc.
Free throw is good. It's an 8-0 run for Shenango. 6-0 run while Quat was in the locker room. Quat, step back three. I think that ankle's all right there, Todd.
I think so too. Talk about coming back out of the locker room with a bang. Hopefully that rejuvenates this Neshannock Lancer offense.
Question is, how's he going to be able to move defensively, as he's been a big defensive part of this team in terms of guarding the likes of Russo and McConnell, as that shot is off the mark. In transition, Davies out in front. 5 points right out of the locker room.
Yeah, he was down along the far sideline just by himself. And then gets that pass in, just an uncontested walk it in and lay it in.
19 now for Davy Quat, came in averaging 25 a game. And now a turnover is not on the same page with Garcheski and Budai.
Well, what was talked about in the timeout has certainly been working, as here's Quat's first three-pointer coming out of the locker room, step back and put it home right down Santa Claus Lane. And now it's only a 1-point game.
Give me all three of those, he says. And I'll tell you what, too, he almost landed on the foot of a Shenango player. Talk about a tough feeling. Oh, talk about feeling. He's feeling it. That one off the mark. Allison trying to find his way inbounds, and he wanted to push him behind, not going to get it. His foot is on the sideline. Possession to Shenango.
Tried to toe tap that one in, and you come in with too much speed and you stop on a dime like that, your feet are going to track forward a little bit. And Shannock's not happy about the call, but regardless, Shenango's ball, and now it's going back the other way.
Lyle Freeze able to get the errant pass on the inbounds. He'll cross the timeline, and a reach-in foul is going to be called against Shenango. Coach Sarver trying to message something to Coach John Corey. Sarver, former head coach at Sharon, a couple of deep runs into the D10 and state playoffs. Now a math teacher at Neshannock. Talk about a primetime assistant to have on your bench. Quat gives it over to Freeze, just over 3 to play in the third. Quat loses it, saved out of bounds. No, his was on the sideline, is trying to save it out of bounds over there was Emmerich.
It's a great effort there by Emmerich, just unfortunately, looked like his elbow rubbed off of that far sideline.
Apologies, that was 2 McConnell, not 5 Emmerich. Reading it backwards. 11 backwards is still 11. Can't get it to go, though. He gets the offensive rebound as Allison. Right back to Quat. Tries to back his way in. Poked away yet again by Williams. And the Shannock still in possession. Allison left alone, and they're going to draw a foul before the shot. That's coming up over the top, trying to make the block, I believe was number 25, John Adamo, who will pick up the personal.
Well, Williams again went for a second turnover on that, and he got spun out and out of the play, so then it became a 5-on-4 for Neshannock there. But for Neshannock, you draw the foul here, and you still remain with possession of the basketball.
If you're Neshannock, you've gotten Davy Quad open a couple of times on the last 2 possessions. Something's working. That pass from Quat, though, well read and intercepted by McConnell, and then Quat's going to get called for the block as they cross midcourt. Well read by Caleb McConnell down low. Keeps it a 1-point lead. Quat picks up his first, team's third. Russo. He's got 11, hesitates now against Allison. He tried for the step back, nearly lost it. His pass to Williams went off of his leg, and then the loose ball foul is going to get called against Ashton Allison, his third. Cameron with 3, Allison with 3 for Neshannock. Adamo, the lone Wildcat, with 3 personals. Russo gets around the defender with a little bit of English up and in.
It was like a little bit of a throwaway desperation shot up, and fortunately for him, it falls right in.
Screen high-low, out of bounds. Last touch by Neshannock. Mazzocco looking for Allison. Could not haul it in. Standing room only crowd here at McNeese Gymnasium. Pass to Williams across the timeline. Into the corner. Webster for 3. Tickles to twice. Largest lead of the night. 6-point advantage for the Cats. And a foul away from the ball. 4th team foul. 2-on-1. Spot up. Knock it down, young man.
I fear Shenango gets a couple more points. This gymnasium might explode here. Just the atmosphere coming in. I know we're on mostly the Shenango parent side, but this whole gymnasium erupts after every big play.
Unforced error on the inbounds pass. Goes into the Lancer bench for the turnover. Ball knocked away in the backcourt by Pegley, and he's going to get the lay-in. I think we're going to get a stall warning against Mazzocco as he knocked the ball. He's trying to knock it to the official, but actually knocked it away from a player as a result. So that's going to be a stall warning against Neshannock. Every possession's so important here, Tyler. They're fighting and banging and clawing in the backcourt just to get open for an inbounds pass.
Well, when it's this tight of a game, it's a 4-point game. It's been consistently close the entire time. 6 points has been the biggest lead between both of these two teams. Just keep on fighting. You want even an inch to help your team out.
Russo for three, can't get it to go, but he was hit by Pegley. Got a little bit of space, and man, that quick trigger of taking Russo earned him a trip to the line. Taking Russo to the Parada Jones-McCree free throw line for a trio of free throws. First one up and in. Second one down as well. Coming up after the game, we'll have our MVP Insurance MVP of the game. And your Maley Chiropractic play of the game. Too much time on these bleachers, Tyler? Give a call to Maley Chiropractic and they'll get you straightened out. Free throw no good, and a reach and foul in the backcourt against Russo. Keep an eye on that because his fouls, it's only his second, excuse me. But it is the 15th foul that'll send Neshannock 90 feet the other way. And Lyle Freeze will attempt his first free throws of the season.
Shooting two.
Freeze, 5'10" senior, one of the 4 seniors on this Neshannock team. Able to get the first to go. Both free throws good for Freeze and the Lancers. Lead down to 4. Hesitation move once, twice. Good recovery. Allison able to get the block. Blundo across the timeline with a minute to play in the third. Davey Quat, hesitation. Poked away from him by Russo. Ball on the floor. Somehow Quat gets it back, fighting for it, and we're going to have a whistle. And before the timeout can be called, it is a held ball. Possession will go over to the Cats.
There's a jump ball called on the floor, and for Neshannock, any points you can get on this, it will make it a one-possession game, and right now you just got to claw your way back into it, and Wildcats are giving Neshannock nothing to work with.
Cats currently working with a 4-point lead. 3 for 3 from beyond the arc is Shenango here in the quarter. McConnell trying to get the pass back from Webster, but it was poked away by Neshannock. Mazzocco stops on a dime, looks for the trailer, finds it, and Davey Quat, he puts it in.
2 points, Davey Quat.
Russo in the backcourt, being guarded by Blundo. The sophomore across the timeline, now 10 seconds remaining. From the volleyball line, no good. Freeze gets the rebound. 2 seconds left. Blundo, his attempted pass is going to be knocked away. Almost put it in, but it wouldn't have counted nonetheless. We played 3 quarters of a basketball game. It's 51-49 Shenango through 3. Back in a moment. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day.
You guys ready? Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Here at Shenango, the teachers and staff love their Wildcats. In the classroom, or wearing the blue and gold, we have their back, and we wish the Cats the best this season.
This video is brought to you by the Shenango Area Education Association.
8 minutes on the clock momentarily. Score after 3 quarters was 51-49. I said was because there was a technical foul called against Shenango. We're looking to get the details here momentarily. Davey Quat makes 1 of 2 from the line during that timeout on the technical free throws. We didn't see anything. We were trying to get an explanation, and I did. JV referee Anthony Stanley staying to enjoy the game. He just told me and confirmed, yes, it was a technical foul against Shenango head coach Brian Ches. So it gets a free point for Neshannock, but that also means Ches is relegated to the bench for the rest of the game.
Yeah, not what you want, especially it's a 1-point game right now. And for Shenango, at least, you got to be able to keep on. You can't be conservative on any way, shape, or form. I know 8 minutes separates you from a victory right now, but you got to be able to push the pace like you have in quarters 1 through 3 and really transition your game at the same pace you are. Make Neshannock make those mistakes.
It's Neshannock with the first possession of the fourth quarter as well. London with the ball, standing on the Wildcat logo, gets the high screen to Mazzocco. Quat, no good. Going for the rebound, out of bounds, last touch by Neshannock. Another point of emphasis too, you never know when it might come in. Because of that technical foul, the possession error does not change on that inbounds to start the fourth quarter either, Tyler. Neshannock gets the ball because of the technical.
Yeah, fortunately though for Shenango, able to make a huge defensive stop and just keep on playing your game offensively.
Every possession feels like a must stop or a must score. You still got 7.5 minutes to play. And you have a whistle and a foul away from the ball against Mazzocco, trying to fight through the screen. Had a grab of Russo's jersey. He'll pick up his second, team's first of the quarter. And also free throw shooting could come in clutch down the stretch. Neshannock coming in as a team 64% from the line. Shenango an impressive 71% as a team through their first 4 games. Cameron will check back in. Cameron, Allison, Peggley, Mazzocco, and Quat, the starting 5 on the court for Neshannock. Inbounds pass to McConnell, fakes the handoff and draws another foul. So 2 quickies.
Well, McConnell wanted to drive that one to the hoop as quick as he could just to get a couple points up for Shenango, but gets the foul called. Exactly what you want. You want Neshannock to get into foul trouble here early.
And you're going to have another whistle and another foul. This away from the ball. All of a sudden, 3 fouls in just 39 seconds, and that's the 4th on Luca Peggley. And they've allowed him to be physical all game, but you're seeing the grabs of the jerseys, and that's what is honestly really easy for an official to see. McConnell being guarded by Mazzocco. Back to Russo. Tries to split a pair of Lancers, and he traveled before he did.
That'll get a big reaction on half the gym.
Lancer Lunatics in their jersey night, making the trip across Lawrence County. I'd love to be the dozen or so fans who felt brave enough to sit behind the scorer's table between the 2 student sections here tonight. Skip past to Freeze in the corner. Pump fake, drive, Can't get it to go. Remains a 1-point Shenango advantage. Freeze coming all the way back, pokes it away from behind. Mark that one down, depending on how this possession goes. How about the individual effort from your senior, from your role player?
Doesn't get it to go on one side, makes a big play on the other.
Freeze, the speedster, the hard worker, now left open for three. Can't get it to go. This place would have erupted from the Neshannock side had that one fallen. And another whistle and a timeout call from the Shenango bench with 6:17 remaining. A full timeout, we'll take one as well. 51-50 with 6:17 remaining. Shenango leads at lcsportsnet.com, powered by LCAP.
Nick's Auto Body, trust your body in our hands. From a scratch to a dent to a major repair, Nick's your man. Making your car look as good as new. Nobody does it better than Nick's Auto Body. Trust your body in our hands. Nick's Auto Body. Trust your body in our hands.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
6:17 remaining. Coming back out of the timeout. 2 timeouts remaining for Shenango, 3 remaining for Neshannock.
Where else would you rather be here on a Tuesday night?
Now they're going to confer here. Remember what we talked about before on the possession arrow. I think they're trying to get an explanation. I think they are going to switch the possession arrow over to Shenango, which I thought they had gotten that right because of the technical foul. I thought that it should then stay with Neshannock possession without having a change on the arrow. See if I can get a rules expert explanation.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting here because, you know, that possession of whoever it's going to go to, it's going to have a big impact on this game. This isn't a 10-point game. This is a 1-point game here where every possession matters, whether you're playing offense or defense.
So they have officially changed to being Shenango on the possession arrow. Budai tries to pass it down low, knocked away from Russo. Somehow he gets it back, tries to back his way in traffic, short, no good. Ball on the floor, grabbed by Allison. His outlet pass, though, well read by Webster. He picks it off. His pass, though, well read and picked right back off by Ryan Cameron. And now a whistle as Mazzocco goes to the ground in the backcourt.
Can't get more chaotic than that in the paint.
We've gone 2 minutes of this fourth quarter. No points yet scored from either team. 7 ties, 9 lead changes. What team has the magic in them in this early game as Freeze left open? Boom!
That's a huge three there for Neshannock.
Gives the Lancers the lead. With 5:30 remaining, reach in foul before the shot. Floor foul, looks innocent on paper, but again, that is the 4th team foul now against Neshannock in this quarter. It goes against Davey Quat for his 2nd. Any foul the rest of the way is going to put Shenango to the free throw line. Russo! Quick trigger, quick response off the inbounds. 18 now for Russo. Ball knocked out of bounds, knocked away, and trying to throw it off of Mazzacco. Good play by Budai, but it ended up hitting him while he was touching the end line.
That was a great play there by Budai to hit it back. It's just unfortunately, it's just where he was, and he was in the area. It's not really much you can do to get out of the way, especially when you're in the air.
Mazzacco to Freeze in the corner. Trying to work it down low. We're going to get a foul working in the paint. I think that's going to go against Webster. His second. Team second. Davey Quat. It's in the lane. Backdoor cut. Great find and an and one for Ryan Cameron. Textbook how you draw it up. Tyler Aaron, you get to the foul line. Can't get the shot. You drive to the hoop. Look at this open cut. Beautiful find.
Hey, that's what you call sneaking backdoor. You find some room. Shenango playing man on man in that situation. You get that open lane. And it's a cakewalk there for 2 points.
Free throw, though, no good. Still a 1 point Neshannock lead. McConnell drives in, looking for some help. Pass back up, well read. Cameron with the steal. To the rack, to the bucket, in the hoop.
Ryan Cameron's doing it all there for Neshannock. A full place on both sides of the ball.
The other way, and Allison blocked it out of bounds, but got a lot of the body. Will send McConnell to the line for the first time tonight to cut into this Neshannock lead with 4:19 remaining.
McConnell shooting 2.
That is the fourth on Allison, too. Keep that in mind. Allison with 4. Pegley with 4. Cameron and Mazzacco with 3. Both free throws good for McConnell. He's got 15. Lead down to 1. Mazzacco. Well defensed there by Webster. Return pass to Mazzacco. Finds the cutting Allison into the lane. Drop, step up and in. Cameron and Allison, no points since the first quarter. They got the last 3 buckets for the Lancers. Nice hesitation for Russo. He's got 20, up in easy. Mazzacco to the hoop, passes it out for Freeze. Knocked away from him. Ball on the ground, still fighting for it, and a whistle. And while he's got possession, Neshannock did get a timeout. Coach Ches was also hoping for possession to get a timeout called on the other end. 3:22 left. Let's step aside. Back in a moment. 1 point leads the lead at LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Like in sports, it takes a great team to protect you, your family, and your business. MVP Insurance is that team. From home and auto to life and commercial insurance, you can count on us for coverage that adapts to your needs.
We're committed to excellence for our clients' experience and in serving our community.
It's a winning combination.
MVP Insurance. Don't get left on the sidelines. Log on to mvpins.com or call today to get your free quote.
3:21 remaining. 7 ties, 12 lead changes in this game, Tyler Aaron. This feels like playoff basketball, not December basketball.
Yeah, you know, it really does. This is a game that you'd want to be Again, in playoffs, end of the season, you think the playoff lines are on the line here, but this is only the second conference game of the season. There's going to be another matchup between both of these two teams at Neshannock on January 20th. So this isn't even going to be the final meeting between both of these teams. But if that second matchup on January 20th is going to be just like this one, sign me up for it.
Sounds good. What you doing that night? You'll be back in school.
I'll make the trip.
For that one, that'd be a great idea. Neshannock with the 1-point advantage. And the question is, how conservative do you choose to be? I think it's still too much time to be able to stay and stall. And Quat feeling the same way. Sees the avenue, gets into the lane. He's got 22. Now defending against Emmerich. Kicks it back up into the lane. Webster, little floater, back iron, won't fall. Pegley with the rebound. Pegley and Allison playing with 4 fouls. Freeze tries to drive baseline. Somehow tiptoes the sideline. Pegley well off the mark. Luca Pegley started off the year strong. 5 threes at least in all 3 games coming into tonight's game. 1 for 6 here tonight. Just struggling from beyond the arc. Great drive into the lane. Lead back down to 1 for Rance Emmerich.
That's his first point since the first quarter as well. Shows the depth that Shenango has.
But he just picked up another personal. And that is his 5th. 4th team foul, but Rance Emmerich after that basket fouls out of the game with 2:16 remaining with those 4 points. 14 fouls against Shenango, 5 against Neshannock. So free throws every foul, unless it's a player control foul, the rest of the way. And there it is, a whistle away from the ball. Webster picks up a personal, his 3rd, but more importantly, team's 5th. Corrado Jones McCree free throws coming up. And this is the guy you want taking him if you're in Neshannock.
He is 3 for 5 though.
They get 4 for 6. Approaching his season average. Came in averaging 25. As Williams coming out and Budai checking back in. Starting 5 on the court for Neshannock, minus Freeze in there. And Webster in there for Shenango, 4 of the 5 starters on the court for the Cats. Steal on the inbounds pass. Mazzocca got his hands on it again. Now Mazzocca trying to drive his way in, and a timeout's going to be called by Coach Corey. 1 timeout remaining now for Neshannock with 1:57 left. Let's take another quick one as well here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Tonight, someone is cold, hungry, and forgotten. At City Rescue Mission, we're more than a shelter. We're a bright beacon of light in our community, serving those in need to make our community stronger and healthier. We offer real help and real hope, and that hope is Jesus. We serve him by serving others in love, grace, mercy, and compassion. But we can't do it without you. Be the reason someone's story is rewritten in Christ. Give today at cityrescuemission.org.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
63-60, just under 2 minutes to play for Neshannock. 26 for Davey Quat. Mazzocca with 10 all in the first half. The leading scorers for the Lancers. 20 for Tegan Russo, 15 for Caleb McConnell. The Lone Cats in double figures. Biggest key real quick, Tyler, for both teams in this last 2 minutes.
Well, for starters, Neshannock's really been the better team so far. If Neshannock wants to come out and win this, you got to be the better team here in these final 2 minutes. Shenango, they just got to keep on playing good defensively and get any chance you can.
Neshannock, I'm almost thinking layup game. Don't need to force anything from the outside.
And if you're Neshannock, you just kind of want to eat the clock up right now, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, already 20 seconds off the clock on this possession. 30 seconds now, actually. And Coach Shed's trying to get him to draw the foul. I think Budai tried to give the personal, but wasn't taken. Lazzacco.
Yeah, you definitely want to get the foul now. We're almost inside a minute.
And they knew who they wanted to foul. Was Ashton Allison. 3 for 8 so far on the season. But, 50 seconds off of the clock.
Yeah, but if you're a Neshannock Lancer fan, that's exactly what you wanted them to do.
Which is incredible, too, because it's the offense that every school in this county runs. Some version of that Clarion motion, just so hard to defend. Even when you know what's coming, Allison able to make the first and make this a crucial 2-possession advantage now for Neshannock. Second one, no short, no good, so he splits the pair. 4-point lead in transition, looking for Russo. Good hustle back from Freeze.
Here in Neshannock, you don't want to give Shenango anything to shoot at, especially in the paint. Not too many three-pointers made so far by Shenango. You want to keep that the case.
And again, that technical foul too. Ches regulated to the bench. Tough for him to try to communicate to his team that he wanted that foul to be delivered. How about that for a great job in the paint? Drop step off the window and in. Kayla McConnell was 17, timeout with 57 seconds remaining. We'll keep it right here. Neshannock's lead cut down to 2. Tyler Aaron, I believe 6 points is the most that either team has led by all game. We've been treated to a December dandy here.
Yeah, we really have. Neshannock's biggest lead has been 5. For Shenango, it's been 6. So right on there, James. And you couldn't ask for a better game here, as only a couple more games left to go here on each side before you enter the Christmas break. A little bit, you get a week off due to the holidays, but you know, for the start of conference play, in the second one for each side, you couldn't ask for a better matchup. For at least for myself too, my first Lawrence County game back, being home for winter break.
Yeah, we gave you a nice easy one to get your feet wet, get back into the basketball realm.
I want this all the time. This is great. It's a 1-possession game. 56.6 seconds left.
And I'm going to say this too. I'm really sorry to Shenango that our broadcast tonight certainly hurt their attendance here and their ticket sales tonight. Standing room only. The only spot that there's anybody left is where the pep band was, and most of the pep band has returned back to their spot. In fact, the student section is kind of spread out a little bit over there for the Wackos.
There's not much leeway in those stands if you're in the middle of that student section.
And again, I give mad props to the fans who decided to stay in between the 2 student sections. Double team across half court. Lazzacco, before it was knocked away, Coach Corey's going to get the timeout. And again, I think a good call, but that is the last timeout for Neshannock with 46 seconds remaining.
Wow.
Right as he crossed half court, Shenango came with the double team. I'll tell you what, this Cats team is young, but they're feisty, they're well coached, they're well disciplined. They knew exactly what they wanted to do, and they did that almost to perfection there, Tyler.
Yeah, it sounds like a Wildcat up to a T. They're vicious, they're feisty, they're going to get up in your face, and they got big hands with claws that are going to jab to get that basketball away, and we've seen it by Shenango all game long, especially Jason Williams, what he's done defensively and what he did right there. If that timeout's not called, a second more, that might be a Shenango ball, as Williams tried to pry that one away.
But she's
it's
done how many times tonight?
I know, but it's the grit that Shenango brings here, and that is a big part of why this is only a 2-point game.
64-62 your score. As you see at the bottom of your screen, Neshannock out of timeouts. Shenango only one timeout left. Shenango only one. But that could loom large, especially if Neshannock gets in trouble like they just did on the last possession. Mazzocco to inbound in front of his Lancer bench. And again, trouble getting it in. Finally get it to Luca Pegli in the backcourt. They'll immediately go for the double team. Gets it to Freeze. Freeze. He's double teamed, and they're going to reach in against Williams for the personal with 40 seconds remaining. Freeze 2 for 2 from the line tonight. 2 for 2 on the season. Friendly roll on the road. Eight points for Freeze. That's a career high. A role player, a senior coming off the bench. Chance to give his Neshannock Lancers a 2-possession cushion. And he does. And on the inbounds pass, it's going to go out of bounds, untouched. McConnell and Russo not on the same page. No help in the backcourt for him, Tyler.
That's not what you want. You tell the pass all day was going to Caleb McConnell, but he cut back towards the baseline. And unfortunately for Shenango and McConnell, the basketball is already going to where McConnell was. And there's nothing Neshannock has to do in that scenario but just let that thing bounce out of bounds.
And because it was not touched, the inbounds goes back under the hoop where it was inbounded from. So how long before you commit the personal, and who do you choose to try to send to the line? Shenango tried to draw a charge, and I'll tell you what, it was borderline, but they are going to get the Williams block.
Well, it looked like Williams definitely had at least 1 foot placed, but you're going to have both feet placed down to where when they initiate the contact, then the charging foul's committed, and Williams, if he has another second to really set himself in at 100%, would be a charging foul.
Free throw attempts number 8 and 9 on the night for Davey Quat, but the first one short. Remember, it's about the 5.5-minute mark of the third quarter. We saw Quat no weight on the left ankle hobbling to the dressing room. Missed just about 2 minutes of action. Came back, made the next 5 points. Misses both free throws, but guess who's there? Freeze gets the offensive rebound. Mazzocco brings it back up. Pegli. Pegli's going to get fouled. Ice water in the veins for the sophomore on the first. And why not?
Everyone else is doing it.
68 now on the board. Pegli in double digits. Largest lead of the night for Neshannock. Time winding down for Shenango. Russo fadeaway, too strong, no good. Quat will get the rebound with 10 seconds left, and he'll get fouled. Neshannock is going to come to McNeese Gymnasium and get that coveted road section win.
This is huge for Neshannock coming down, and we see some of our first fans exit the gymnasium here.
Trying to beat the crowd from a sellout here at Shenango. Quat, it rolls around a couple of times and finds its way down. You can hear the coaching staff from Neshannock just saying, don't foul. Both are good. Watt with 28. Russo, the McConnell. He pumps, he fires, off the mark. That'll do it. A playoff atmosphere in December. Neshannock with an 8-point lead, or an 8-point victory in a game featuring 12 lead changes and 7 ties. The experienced Tyler of Neshannock came through in the end.
Well, for starters, what this final score is right now, what you see on the bottom of your screen, 70-62, that is not how this entire game came out. It was a max lead for Neshannock up until the fourth quarter was 5 points. For Shenango, it was 6 points, and by the end of every single quarter, it was either tied or a one-possession game, back and forth the whole time. But nonetheless, the experience by Neshannock comes away here late in that fourth quarter. They were the better team in that fourth quarter, and that is why they come out victorious.
Outscored the Cats 20-11 in the final 8 minutes to get the victory. We'll recap it all, give you the scoring summary, and give away our play of the game and our MVP of the game when we return on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
For the most complete recap of Friday night's high school football action, tune in on your way home from the game to the WPIAL Scoreboard Show, only here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Hi, this is Don Rebel. Join me and a cast of thousands for all the scores with recaps from the top games, plus we highlight the night on the Trib Live Roundtable. That's the WPIAL Scoreboard Show after the game on Friday nights on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and at tribhssn.triblive.com.
Having a safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
We start our Tri-County Principals postgame show here from McNeese Gymnasium. A fantastic game for December, especially. Exactly what you expect when you get Lawrence County teams going at it on the basketball court. Neshannock outscores Shenango 20-11 in the final frame to take the victory tonight, 70-62. Tyler Aaron, just first off, before we get to the scoring recap, just generic thoughts about Neshannock. We talked about Shenango having to weather the storm. Neshannock had to do that time and time again, stayed calm, stayed collected, and did what they needed to do when it mattered most in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely they did. I mean, they came into that fourth quarter down by a possession. You come back, you claw your way. You had to face some adversity in that third quarter with Kawat going out with a rolled ankle for a couple minutes, but you weathered the storm in that aspect, and you were able to take the lead and really take control in that final 8 minutes. You mentioned before we went to break, Neshannock had 20 points to 11 for Shenango in that final 8 minutes. But for Neshannock, this is a well-rounded one. Everyone had their part in it. If you touch the court, most likely you at least had 2 points on the court here. So this is a great team win for Neshannock as you look ahead into the schedule and deeper into conference play.
Well, it was a gem of a game tonight. Let's recap it with our gem master builders and craftsmen scoring recap. We'll start with Shenango. 21 for Tegan Russo, 17 for Caleb McConnell, the only players in double digits tonight for Shenango. But all 9 who entered the game scored points tonight for the Cats. 6 each for Nick Garcheski and Jackson Webster, 4 for Rance Emmerich, 3 for Angelo Pardick, 2 for Brody Budai, 2 for John Adamo, and 1 for 2 from the line for Jason Williams for the Shenango Wildcats. For Neshannock, Davey Quat, 28 points to lead the way for Neshannock tonight, including 3 from beyond the arc. Luca Pegley with 10, Gino Mazzocca with 10, Lyle Freeds with 9, Ryan Cameron with 8, Ashton Allison with 5. And the big number, and I'll add it up here in a second, is not only, like you said, getting the points when you needed it most and getting into the paint, but getting to the free throw line. I'm going to tally it up here in a second, but Neshannock made a living in the free throw line, especially in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, 100%. There's a ton of free throw opportunities. Most notably, David Kawat had 6 free throw attempts in the fourth quarter alone. He connected on 4 of those 6. But for what Neshannock did in the fourth quarter from the free throw line is honestly one of the big differences. Another one I harped on that I mentioned to you is the rebound game. Neshannock dominated, whether it was offensively or defensively, in the rebound game, and that's another big point of why they came out on top.
Yeah, I don't have official numbers. We'll get you that in a second. But 7 of 9 from the line for Shenango, 16 of 22 from the line for Neshannock. As we're going to get a chance to bring in Coach John Corey, we're going to let him catch his breath for a second here first. Coach, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, congratulations. We talked about it pregame about, weathering the storm of coming on the road in a hostile environment, a standing room only crowd. And my goodness, your boys competed, trailed, back and forth most of the game, but never led going into any quarter, but you outscored them 20-11 in the fourth quarter. What made your team successful down the stretch?
Yeah, I just think that, offensively we weren't very good. A lot of that's due to them. Definitely a credit to Coach Ches, and they played really hard. They played really physical. I thought early on their pressure on the ball disrupted us a little bit. They had a lot of deflections in that first half. I think we settled down a little bit in the second half. The fourth quarter we were able to, I believe that's where we tied it up. And I just thought at that point we just kind of exhaled a little bit. Offensively, we got a little bit more patient down the stretch, and I just thought like we were just rushing too much. And again, a lot of that's directly correlated to their pressure.
How much of the being able to, like you said, take that breath and make that final run that you needed? You said yes, your team is not experienced, but they've been around. They've been working in the practices over and over again. How much of it is due to some of that senior leadership and experience?
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, obviously, the other thing that we need to touch on is Dave leaves the court for 3-4 minutes. I don't know how long that was, but that's a big loss for us. So. But, yeah, I just thought that between Gino, between Dave, I thought Ashton gave us some good minutes. Did a little offense, defense there down the stretch. Obviously, they were trying to foul him, put him on the line. And, so we played that game a little bit. But, just proud of our effort down the stretch, proud of our it was one of the things we talked about was discipline. And I thought as the game went on, we got more disciplined. And, like I said, I thought that our guys showed a lot of grit down the stretch.
Talk about one of your other seniors coming off the bench, Lyle Freeze tonight. Hits a big 3 down the stretch, hit some free throws, a couple of big steals. A guy who's been a role player for you now coming in and doing the big things when it matters most here and helping getting this win.
He's our MVP so far this season. There's no doubt about it. I just I can't talk highly enough about him. And the thing is, he's done so much. He quote unquote, deserves to start. But he gives us such a spark off the bench, and a lot of kids that might be disruptive to their mental output, where they are mentally in the game and stuff like that. And he's just, he's an extremely, I think he's number one in his class. He's a smart kid. He gets it. I was able to sit down, talk to him, like, look, we need that energy off the bench. And, he's embraced his role. He loves it. In the Olsh game, I don't know what the score was. I think it was like 7 or 8. It's the second quarter. He made a play. He covered about, like 70 feet, and it looked like a bolt of lightning. And that was – we didn't watch much of the Olsh film. We were focused on this game, but I made it a point to make sure we watched that. And the message being, and I've said this a couple times in the fall. I've said it a lot now that the season has started. Do what Lyle does, and like I said, can't talk highly enough about him. He's such a competitor. And, again, he's a guy, this is his first crack at varsity basketball. Didn't play any for us. He was all JV last year. He's hit some big shots in the Olsh game, hit that huge one here. But it's just his motor. He's just, fighting tooth and nail every second he's out there. And if you do what Lyle does, you're in a good spot as a competitor.
Oh, glad to hear you said he's been your team MVP. He's our MVP of the game
tonight,
there you
too,
go. Without
very
any question.
Fitting. Very fitting. Yeah, he's just, like I said, can't speak enough about him. He's just, man. And the other thing, like I said, super intelligent kid.
Yeah.
The nicest kid you can be around. Great role model for young people.
So you've got 2 huge wins in the section right off the bat, Olsh at home and then Shenango here. Still a couple of big ones before you hit the holiday break. But, just talk us through what we're going to see in the next couple of weeks and what the holiday looks like coming up in terms of the Neshannock schedule.
Yeah, so we got Rochester coming to our place on Friday. And then before Christmas, we got we go down to South Side on Tuesday. 2 section games. You can't fight tooth and nail and let up, on any of these teams. And, we need to make sure that we're going into our break, undefeated in the section. And we just got to get back to work in those regards. But our Christmas tournament we host as well. We'll be playing Nazareth Prep in Grove City. Union's the 4th team that comes, but it's just a classic because that's a section game.
Yeah.
We got a lot more good competition this month, and, we just got to continually get better at practice and clean up some of our mistakes. And, and I think we're in a good place. The other thing I like is like Luca coming in and hitting those free throws. I think he got both of those down the stretch.
He did,
right?
yes.
Yeah. Like he did not have a game that's up to par for Luca Pegli, especially this early in his sophomore season. And I just kept trying to pull him. Listen, relax, make winning plays. You're fine. Continue to play confident, and for him to step in and hit those are 2 huge free throws for us.
Yeah, you had guys make plays down the stretch. Ryan Cameron, Ashton Allison making points for the first time since the 4th quarter. Well, what does that say? Final question for you. I mean, Shenango, same thing. Everybody who played scored points. For you guys, I think it was 6 of the 8 who played, who got in the game, scored points. What does that say about both of your teams moving forward to have that balance?
Like I told you before, Shenango's a really good basketball team, and Brian's doing a great job with them. They got a lot of young guys out there, and they're very balanced. That's one of the things why they're so hard to guard. And it's not just Russo. Like team-wise, they're able to put the ball on the floor. They're able to attack. And it's just like I said, it's a very balanced Shenango team. I do think that that we have some of that. And over the next couple of weeks, we got to make sure that we are, getting some of these other guys that I know there's a little bit more in there and getting it out of them, over the next couple of weeks.
Rematch is on January 20th. Go buy your tickets now, folks, because we had a packed house tonight. We're going to see it there at Neshannock as well. Coach, congratulations. Thanks so much, and we'll be seeing you soon.
Appreciate you guys being here. Thanks as always.
Absolutely. Happy holidays to you.
Thank you.
That's Coach John Corey of the Neshannock Lancers, who's kind enough to dry off the headset before Tyler Aaron makes his way back down. Big thanks, Cody, for hanging on for us because got a chance to talk to Coach on the air before Newcastle News gets a chance to chat with him here next. The things that he said, and I'm glad he mentioned Pegli because I wanted to mention that too. A sophomore definitely had a rough game in his first real Lawrence County varsity action against a Lawrence County team. You knew it was going to be a chaotic matchup, but when it comes crunch time, the ice water in the veins, he hits a couple of clutch free throws down the stretch. Again, Freeze hits a couple of shots down the stretch. That was, in my mind, the difference was, A, they got to the free throw line, but for the most part, down the stretch, they made them when it counted.
Yeah, absolutely they did, and especially when it mattered most, a lot of trips to the charity stripe Neshannock had in the third and fourth quarter just to be able to get there and execute it. I mean, heading into the game, their team free throw percentage was 63.5%. So is that a great number by any means? It's decent, but obviously as a coach, you want that to be 100 and hit as many as you can, and I think Neshannock did that very well tonight.
Couple final scores here real quick. Mohawk defeated New Brighton 64-38. Union against Western Beaver tonight. They get their first section victory 63-31, and in non-region play up in District 10, Wilmington with a 78-76 final. Good win for them over Perry Academy. Big win for Coach Marmo's squad up there in District 10. We'll have all the final scores posted on social media here tonight. Your final score here, Neshannock 70, Shenango 62. Tyler, Aaron, we got some awards to give out. Let's start with our Maley Chiropractic play of the game because Coach alluded to it. Davey Quat goes out. He's the 1,000-point scorer, the heart and soul of your team. You'll immediately go on an 8-0 run the other way. He comes back out and immediately knocks down 2 shots.
Yeah, I mean, he had 14 points at that point. It looked like it was going to be a huge lot for Neshannock, loss for Neshannock in that area because at that point it's a one-possession game. It's possession after possession. It's a must-stop or must-score situation for both sides. And for David Kawat, he comes back in, nails a three-pointer from the right wing side, and then gets the ball back on the next possession for Neshannock and puts in 2 more points. He put him up to 19 points in the night. Honestly, I really think that was the turning point for Neshannock because you lose your star player like that, and you're able to, for him to come back in and make an impact just like that for Neshannock is exactly what the Lancers needed to win this one. Maley Chiropractic is proud to present the Play of the Game Award to David Kawat of Neshannock. Maley Chiropractic and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Kawat for tonight's Play of the Game. Kawat will receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of today's Play of the Game. To view tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game and the full list of the season stop plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations to David Kawat for tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game.
We said it earlier, but it bears repeating. Lyle Freeze, no, not the leading scorer, not the leading rebounder, not the leading anything, not even a starter, but he is the MVP of this team. He's the MVP of this game, no doubt about it. Just the nonstop motor all over the place, getting a couple of big shots when he needed to, a couple of steals defensively when they needed it most. Lyle Freeze, I love hearing that from Coach, by the way, too, of a senior, not even a starter, is their team MVP. He earned that MVP of the game shirt here tonight, 9 points, including a couple of clutch shots in the fourth quarter. He is your MVP Insurance MVP of the game. He also received a customized t-shirt, courtesy of the Red Zone, in recognition of being tonight's game MVP. Again, you can view the full list of game MVPs by going online to lcsportsnet.com and click on awards. Congratulations, Lyle Freeze, with the MVP Insurance MVP of the game. Call MVP for the win. So first loss of the year for Shenango. They're 1-1 in the section, 4-1 overall. But looking at things, I do think it's a Neshannock, Shenango, and Olsh as the top 3 players in this section this year. See what Laurel has in store if we can get a final score in that Laurel versus Olsh game before we sign off here real quick, Tyler. I think those are the teams that we're going to be looking for most in this section. Neshannock now 2-0 in the section at the top of section play right now, 3-1 overall. Again, to come on the road this early in the year with, again, a relatively inexperienced team, they got the job done when they needed to. Yeah, they absolutely did. And, now this game's over. I'm sure Neshannock right now, they're looking forward to their next game on Friday when they host Rochester in their conference home opener. And for Rochester, a team that's really struggled so far to kickstart the season, has an overall record of 1-5, has not
played a conference game up to this point, whether on the other side for Shenango, they're playing the team that was tied for first in Laurel, who was 4-1 overall, pending the decision of tonight's game against Our Lady of Sacred Heart. But for Shenango, or rather, I guess for both of these teams, you got to put this game on the back burner and look ahead to what's coming up next, as Olsh defeated Laurel 62-49.
So with that, I mean, it's Neshannock just 2 games into the section season. They are in first place in the section at 2-0. Laurel and Shenango at 1-1 with Our Lady of the Sacred Heart and Union. Big shout out Rob Nattell for working the cameras tonight. Matt Flannery, do it all. Matt Flannery, our producer. And big thanks as always to Jan Budai and everybody here at Shenango for their support of us and for getting everything here set up and good to go. For my broadcast colleague Tyler Aaron, I'm James Dotson saying so long and stay tuned. Newcastle hoops on Friday. More great hoops coming up next week on both the girls and boys side. Your final score one last time, Neshannock 70, Shenango 62. And you heard it and watched it all here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.